Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day so far. Coming to you live again, 2 weeks in a row. Good for me. Once again, it is the time at which my kids do their piano lesson. So if you can hear piano in the background, please give them a clap. They're working hard and learning their piano right now. So if you have questions, please put them in the comments. I would love to hear what you think about what we're going to talk about. But this topic we're talking about today was kind of a shift because it's something that, I'm dealing with right now as well. And it's these qualities of not just a real estate investor, but also any sort of entrepreneur, any sort of growth that we're trying to do that requires us to be accountable, go outside of our comfort zone, all of those good things. So the topic for the live was, I don't know if this is too, anyway, hopefully you can see me okay. Topic for the live is what are qualities that make a good real estate investor, and also what expectations should we have as a new real estate investor, because that I think is everything. And that's where a lot of the learning curve comes in. I feel if the expectations, are different than reality, it can make things a lot more difficult, a lot more stressful. So I want to talk about that today. So let's start with qualities. And the term quality is obviously something that you can work on and improve. And that's something that I am constantly working on, as things that I know I need to improve upon to make myself a better, team leader, investor, mom, wife, all of those things. And being a real estate investor is no different. So we're talking about real estate investing, but obviously this does play into other parts of our life. But the first thing I want to talk about is clarity. And when we're doing any sort of change in our life, it doesn't matter what that is, or trying to make a decision, being clear and being able to communicate what you're trying to do is huge. I cannot tell you how much easier it is, for example, as a realtor, to have our clients that are very clear on what they are trying to achieve. And we all have our big goals and our big dreams and everything, of course, but being clear on what is the next step right in front of us in particular, what is the next strategy we're trying to implement. And it may sound like a simple concept, but I feel like this is a hard one. And I struggle with it too, because I want to do everything. I want to try everything. I want to experience everything. But that's not going to help with those kind of like one foot in front of the other steps. I need to be clear and concise. So working on your clarity is huge, and being able to communicate it. If that means writing it down, practicing talking with other people, your friends, your family, other like-minded people, I think that can go a really long way too. So clarity is number one. And it also will keep you grounded when things are maybe challenging, or you're getting distracted, or everything is overwhelming. That clarity is really, really important. And then number two, which came up on again, as a reminder, I was on the Real Estate Investment Network's live stream. We did a little live stream on Monday, and we talked about decision-making skills. And that kind of reminded me about the idea that this is something we need to be working on. We need to work on our decision-making skills, and having clarity, good decision-making skills, and of course the tools for analyzing properties and strategies is important. But if we are not good at making decisions, then it's going to be a lot more difficult for you and everyone in your circle to be able to help you. So decision-making skills, and obviously this will be different for everyone, maybe what they struggle with. It could be fear, lack of knowledge, concern about judgment from other people. Maybe there can be all kinds of reasons of what's holding you back in terms of decision-making, confidence. Like, there's so many things. So I know for me, usually as long as I have the knowledge and the right information in front of me, I can make a decision. If I'm lacking something or not spending enough time finding the appropriate information, then I struggle to make a decision. And also even being clear on what I'm trying to achieve is really, really important. So identify what holds you back in your decision making, because obviously we all have those stories of, I wish I did this, or I wish I would have made that decision sooner, or not. It could go either way. So working on decision making skills, I think, is a huge benefit as a entrepreneur, a real estate investor, and just in life in general, being able to make clear and concise decisions that you feel confident in. So decision-making skills. And there's a whole host of books and podcasts and all kinds of things out there. So find something that resonates with you so you can work on that. So decision-making, ability to separate emotions and your kind of tactical thinking. This is a huge skill, and some people are very good at this, but I believe most people have to work on this, and it gets easier with time, because you're dealing with money, you're dealing with, your hard-earned money that you've probably, worked hard for, had to do X, Y, Z, sacrifice so many things, potentially, maybe not, or maybe even it's someone else had to sacrifice it. Either way, money is a very emotional subject. And when things are maybe not going your way, or there's bumps in the road, the emotions can tend to start to bubble up. And so, and there's nothing wrong with them necessarily, but what the problem with emotions is they get in the way of the first two. They get in the way of your clarity, and they get in the way of your decision making. And so, again, this is practicing this, but if you're making a decision, kind of define what is an emotional reaction here, and what is a tactical, strategic, business decision, and which one is carrying more weight for you right now. Because I do believe this takes practice, and it takes just being clear on what is actually weighing on you. So if you can relate to any of this, please let me know. If this is helpful, please let me know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts here in the comments. For those of you that have joined us here today, I appreciate you being here. So ability to separate those emotions. And it's important if you're also a leader of any kind, if you're leading a team, and if you're a real estate investor, you have your team, you have your realtor, your home inspector, your lawyer, your accountant, you have all these people who are doing a job for you. And they of course have their own teams and stuff, but at the end of the day, being able to be that leader that can, separate these things. And also being aware when it goes wrong. Like we're all human, the emotions get the best of all of us. And so knowing that, then you can go, sorry about that, and apologize and make things right if there was an issue. So getting clear on that, knowing when your emotions are getting in the way, and we all have them, we're all going to get emotional. It's just how we deal with them, and also how we respond when they do get in the way. What do we do with that? So those are my three kind of top qualities that I wanted to touch on today. And these three things, I think, also really help. I also want to throw in kind of like a resilience factor here, though that's not, necessarily you can work on. What brought this idea for me to talk about this week was I've been struggling with getting better from COVID now for 2 weeks, and I'm starting to get frustrated because I don't have nearly as much endurance. I don't have as much energy. I am, if you're working with me at all right now, you've probably seen how I'm slower right now. And that upsets me, and I don't like it. I don't like being slow. I don't like letting people down. I don't like not being able to fulfill, the level of production I want to do every single day, and in all areas of my life. And so I get frustrated, and I noticed as I'm going through my days, that's clouding my decision making skills, because I'm having an emotional reaction. Obviously, I need to give myself time to get better, and that's a physical thing, but it's really what's in the mind that's more taking a toll. And I do have other health issues, so it could very well take me a few more weeks to feel better than I do right now. And I had to just kind of come to terms with that, and and understand that it's okay. I know I have done everything up to this point to kind of prepare for these times in terms of I have a great team. I'm very clear on what we're trying to do right now. I know how to make good decisions. I just had to kind of get that cloud of my own expectations and the emotional reactions I was having out of my way, and being able to delegate what I can't do right now. So clarity, decision-making, and dealing with those emotions. And I think this ties into expectations a lot, because as I just shared with you, I was struggling with my own expectations of what I should be achieving every day, and it's a bit of a struggle. So expectations is something we deal with all the time as a service-based business. And what I want to talk about today, especially for maybe newer investors, and you're trying to take those qualities and everything you've learned and apply it into the real world. And the expectation that I want to talk about is a couple things, but one is the reason we need to manage our emotions, we need to manage our decision-making, is because there absolutely will be bumps in the road. There absolutely will be stressful days. There'll be, decisions that have to be made by 7 p.m. tonight. There will be things that you have to do on top of your daily workload and your kids and your family and everything else. And that is hard. And I'm not mentioning this to like scare anyone off or anything, but just have that expectation that there are going to be those days. And this is why you've done all your, upfront work. You've gotten educated, you've built your community, you've got people to rely on and ask questions to. And so the expectations part of it is really, really critical. And it's also going to keep things moving for you. Plan for the rainy days, enjoy the sunny ones, right? So have your expectations kind of laid out as well with your team and with yourself. So if you're a working partner, let's say, or a financial partner, or you're working with one of your service providers, lay out the expectations of what you expect them to do, and hopefully they can do the same for you. I always like to leave a meeting. If you do a consultation with me, 95% of the time will remember at the end of the meeting to say, okay, here's my kind of marching orders. Here's what I'm going to do. And I try to do that right as I get off the meeting. And then I also give you what I think I need you to achieve to be able to move to my next step. So setting expectations and combining that with the clarity, the decision-making, and the management of emotions is, I think, the formula here for being productive in the work that you're doing, not spinning your wheels, having trouble kind of moving forward. So hopefully that is resonating with you guys. And it's something I'm constantly working on with my team and my clients, and even my family, right? Like I expect my kids to do X, Y, Z, and just being able to communicate that clearly is going to save everyone so much trouble, but also get you to where you want to go sooner, which is the name of the game. And usually we're all wanting to get to our goals. We're all wanting to achieve what we've set out to achieve. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. As always, if you have any questions, our team is here to help you. We are investment specialist realtors here in Calgary, Alberta, and we'd love to help you anywhere in Canada. We can assist you in the real estate investing space. So I hope you found some value out of this. If you like it, please give us a like, give us a comment. I'd love to know your thoughts or stories or anything you want to contribute and share. I'd love to hear. So I think that's it. We'll wrap it up there today. And I hope everyone has a great evening. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Good night, everybody.